no matter the case.
Get off of me!
Do you hear her? I will never give up on my patients.
Brilliant Minds, next Monday on NBC and Peacock.
The Hemp House is committed to offering safe access to locally sourced products from farmers that we trust. Products that can help you with everyday health and wellness. Our experts can help you pick the perfect product for your needs. The Hemp House. Locations to serve you or online at hemphousechat.com.
You know, every month here on 3+U, Kevin Fuerst with Fuerst Financial Group comes our way to give us a bit of a bolster about how we can make our money work for us. His website is Grow, Keep, Leave. I know it by heart by now. Well, Kevin is back this morning, and he thought he'd talk a little bit about enjoying the season ahead. We're going into the holiday time of year. Everybody wants to kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
And yet it's also a time to make sure your financial house is kind of in order. Is
Absolutely.
that fair to say?
I think so, yeah. And you know, the holiday season, we spend a little more sometimes, and so I think if you can plan for that, I think it's a great idea. Some people do, some people don't, or if you have enough extra money and it doesn't matter, there's always that idea. But the holidays, you know, I usually spend a little too much.
Sure, we all do. So people watching us this morning, Kevin, kind of vary in ages, and some people are retired and they're getting into the money that they saved for all these years. And we'll talk about some things with that for this time of year. Others are watching and they're still working and they're growing that nest egg, but they need to start learning some terms. So one of them is RMD. Right?
RMD,
that stands for?
Required Minimum Distribution. So when you turn 73, I believe that's right, they change it every day, so you never know. It used to be 70 and a half, a lot of people, but 73 now, you have to take a certain amount out of your IRA or qualified plan based on your age and mortality. And so that has to happen. And as we get toward the end of the year, we kind of double down and recheck to make sure everybody has got their RMD taken out. If you don't take it out, there's a penalty, and the penalty used to be 50%. I believe it's 25% now. And so it's an important thing to do, and a lot of people forget them. I've met people or had clients come in, new clients, and we'll onboard them, and they have a 401k, they're 80 years old, and they've never done their RMD ever.
Wow.
And so
now they're going to have a chunk of money.
Well, typically what I tell them is just start doing the regular RMD. Don't try to go back and fix what you can't fix.
Okay.
And hopefully you won't get audited.
Hopefully you won't get caught.
But to go back would be it would be extremely hard to do. And so typically, you know, that would be our advice. It depends on the person. We give them the choice and they can do what they want to. I've never had anybody go back and pay it. Most of them are like, we're just going to start and move forward.
You had a private conversation with me once after an interview, and we were talking about RMDs, and you, I think, said you like the idea of kind of paying it throughout the year as opposed to in one lump sum.
That's right. And so the market moves up and down. So what if I wait till the end of the year to take my RMD? And that just happens to be when the market's down that year. Now you're selling low and you're taking a loss, and you're having to, well, you're realizing a loss because you're selling positions to get the RMD out, versus if you do it every month, your dollar cost averaging out. And so the probability of you know, being down every month is not very likely. That way you're selling high, some low, but your dollar cost averaging that money out, which is, I think, the right way to do it.
Is it a 50-50 split? Some people take their RMD and they simply reinvest it. Others use it as a source of income.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that's right. I mean, some people have enough income from Social Security and their other savings, or they have a pension. You know, the pensions are kind of gone by the wayside for the most part, except for government and teachers. And so, yeah, if they're not spending the money, it becomes a part of their regular income, which typically people that need the income or the RMD money or their IRA money, they have that coming out monthly anyway, just for their living costs and stuff like that.
Another little term, am I saying it right? QCD?
QCD, yeah. I think it's one of the best things that people that have a charitable inclination, so if somebody were giving a donation or a regular tithing, then you can, instead of your RMD coming out to you, you have a portion or as much as you want of your RMD to go directly to the charity, and the only loser in it is the federal government. If you choose the QCD, your RMD goes directly to the charity and there is no tax on it.
And that doesn't mean you have to put all of it that way.
No, that's right.
But if you're tithing $200 a month to your church, you can just go ahead and put $2,400 from your RMD to the church directly.
Correct.
And then you're taking out less money for you tax purpose wise.
Right. Well, that money that you take out, that $200 or that $2,400 a year that you take out, you're not taxed on it.
Correct.
And the whole amount goes right to the charity. And so the loser is, in one sense, the Fed, but you win too because it doesn't become a part of your taxable income. It really is. If you have any inclination, you're tithing or you're giving, you really should do it. It's a no-brainer.
Okay, let's talk to the ones who are not yet retired, right? They're working right now, and they're dreaming of one day having that nest egg built. Your website again is Grow, Keep, Leave. Never
Right.
too soon to start growing it?
Never, never. You have to, matter of fact, you have to do it even in retirement. You want to continue to grow. You want to continue to build the asset because one of your biggest expenses is medical, long-term care, and a lot of people don't have long-term care insurance. So you have expenses that you don't know about that are coming, and so you always have to save. You should never spend all of your income. That way, life is better.
You make it always seem easy. You're very calm in your approach. So let me show you how you can get in touch with Kevin. Enjoy the season to come, certainly.
Yeah.
No, he will be doing the same thing, but then just be smart about it. And remember, it's always good to have those finances in order because that's what gives you some peace of mind.
Absolutely.
GrowKeepLeave.com. We'll say it again, 899-8555, the phone number.
Thanks, Julie.
The people and places in the Tennessee Valley are special. Join Local 3 News as we explore our communities, bringing you the hidden treasures and unusual local stories in your town.
Brought to you by TVFCU, a place for all of us.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3